Hello and welcome to another Scottish mountain walking guide. Today's video is a quick and relatively easy walk up An Stùc. As I've shown both Ben Lawers to the south and Mial Garav to the north on the channel before, I've chosen the easiest and most direct route, bypassing any other Munros and going straight to the summit and back. The good news is for today's walk there are no muddy, boggy, swampy sections and there is good path for the majority of the walk. There's one section where I chose to bypass going over the summit of Ben Lawers, and that section, it has a bit of a track but not a clear path. If you're not so confident with navigating, then you can go up and over Ben Lawers and then you'll have a clear path to follow. The total distance for today's walk is 15 kilometres with 993 metres of ascent. It's expected to take around 5 hours and 45 minutes. If you include Ben Glass and Ben Lawers, it increases the altitude by around 450 metres, but it's only half a kilometre longer to walk. You start from the Ben Lawers car park, which is a National Trust car park. There are no height restrictions. It fits around 100 vehicles and costs £4 for the day. It's around 1 hour and 40 minutes drive from Glasgow and 2 hours and 10 minutes from Edinburgh. Starting from the Ben Lawers car park, you follow the walker's path that exits the car park towards the north, cross over the main road, and then follow a very clear and well-defined path as it goes across some moorland here and then into a small section of woodland. You follow that path, goes up and descends very slightly to cross over the river here and then bends back, and just continue to follow that path. Clear and obvious and well made path. You'll come to a gate around about here, so you go through the deer gate and then it brings you onto the mountainside. There's a large cairn and a rock here. This is where the path splits to go up Ben Glass. If you want to do Ben Glass, then just go straight ahead and go up to the Ben Glass summit. Otherwise, follow the path to the left, heading almost directly north, and this contours round Ben Glass. It comes up to here, it gets a little bit rockier, but there's still a good path, it's easy to follow. It ascends a little bit round the back here, and then it descends very slightly. As you cross this stream, this is one of the few water sources that there are once you're up onto the mountain, and this is where I filled up with water. There's one other little stream further on. Then the path comes to this Bealach between Ben Glass and Ben Lawers. The easiest route to navigate would be to continue up the path that goes up to Ben Lawers and then go down to the north of Ben Lawers. There is no clear path going round the side here. There's a little bit of a track from time to time, around about here, all the way along to about here. There is a good sheep track. Once you get round this corner, there's no track to follow, but you're just heading round to your right and then up and onto the ridge. Once you get onto the ridge here, there is a clear path. You can go right up to this little summit here, which gives you an excellent view across to An Stùc, or you can bypass that and go down to the left hand side. On my return, I took this little trail here and then joined back up, just skipping a little ascent up to the top. From the top you descend down. There's some big steps here, there's no scrambling, and make your way following this path. Again, the path is very clear. Follow that all the way down to the Bealach, and then you're going to go up the other side. There's a few big steps, but it's a well made track, and it just works its way up. It gets fairly steep, but there are no difficulties, there's no scrambling, there's no exposure. So you can work your way all the way up to the summit of An Stùc. From there I just enjoy the views and then simply retrace my steps, working my way all the way back down to the Bealach, back up the other side. I did skip round this little summit, so I followed the path around to the side, joined back up to the path, and then made my way back around the side of Ben Lawers. You do descend slightly until you get to this point, and then you're pretty much staying at the same altitude all the way around until you join back up to the Bealach here. From there, following this track goes round Ben Glass. Very easy to navigate. The majority of this path is excellent. There's some slightly wetter sections, nothing difficult. And then you'll descend back down through the woodland and return back down to the car park. Good morning. 7:15 at the Ben Lawers car park. Incredible sunrise this morning. Bit of an inversion over there. Here to climb the last of the Lawers Range mountains, An Stùc. It's the same path that you use to go up Ben Lawers and Ben Glass. So just leaving the car park, head north, follow the walker's path out the car park, cross over the road and head up the other side. Today I'm not going to go up Ben Glass, so we're going to go up through the woodland, and you're aiming for that low point right in the centre of frame. It's going to be a perfect day for walking today. There's quite a few midges at the car park, so got out of there quickly. That's been half an hour into the walk. When you get to this pile of rocks here, if you want to do Ben Glass, you just go up to the right. You've also got the option of doing Ben Glass on the return. For today's walk, I'm going to go to the left and just skirt round Ben Glass. Straight ahead, An Stùc, Ben Lawers on the right. I'm just going to fill up with water here. The map shows one more spring on the Bielach before An Stùc, just in case it's dried up. It is the end of summer. I'll fill up here. When we come to the little Bielach ahead between Ben Glass and Ben Lawers, it's exactly 1,000 metres altitude. I'm having a look at the hillside. I wonder if there's any sort of path that bypasses having to climb up Ben Lawers, even if it was a deer track. I can see faint signs of wear from here. I'm going to have a look at that. The Bielach between Ben Lawers and An Stùc is also around 1,000 metres. You save 200 metres of altitude, well 400 if you include the return trip. Make it an easier walk. Back into sunshine, albeit probably quite briefly. There is the start of a faint path here. Hopefully I can traverse round the side. This side of the mountain isn't steep. It just might be a little bit awkward if there's not a path. The track I started on there was starting to go downhill a little bit. I don't want to lose altitude. I can see a track right on the horizon over there. Might just run a little bit higher than where I am just now. I'll go up a little bit and then head across to the horizon where I can see the clear marks of a path. This is probably just a sheep track, but it's clear enough and easy to follow. It's going in the right direction just now. It may well fade away to nothing, but you can see An Stùc ahead. want to contour round to the right here. Try not to lose any altitude. Come out probably just above that rocky outcrop there. After that you'll be back on the path. So we've just skipped going up and over the top of Ben Lawers. We'll follow the path up to An Stùc. It's a bit hazy over Glen Lyon. That's me joined back up to the path that goes up and over Ben Lawers. So you just turn to the left. Easy enough to navigate on a day like today. There's the summit of An Stùc. There's a bit of a cliff here. Go around to the left, follow the path down the ridge there. There's some water down there, a couple of streams on the hillside as I bypass Ben Lawers as well. Quite a steep descent there, but there's a good clear path. Some big steps, no down climbing, no scrambling at all. The wind is picked up, as you might be able to hear. It just keeps the midges away, and on a day like today it keeps you nice and cool. So I'm going to go up the final ascent to An Stùc. Fairly steep. Don't recall there being any difficulties with this the last time either. See how it goes. At the summit of An Stùc. It is quite windy. Well, it's refreshing on a day like today. 1 hour and 25 minutes to the summit. You see Ben Lawers and Ben Glass. Found a little outcrop of rock to hide behind, much nicer out of the wind. Definitely picked a good part of the country to come to this weekend. Further north is quite hazy. Just looking across to Mial Garav. You can continue along this ridge and do that one and the one next to it. I'll put a link to the video for that up in the top corner. From here I'm going to just retrace my steps. I'm not even going to go over Ben Lawers or Ben Glass. Just going to go back round the side. Interested to see how quickly you can do An Stùc if you just go directly to the top and back. But I'll stop and have something to eat and drink. Enjoy the views. The final ascent up to An Stùc is a good path. Some big steps near the bottom, but no scrambling, no climbing required. Nothing difficult. easy to follow as well. So from the summit I'm just going to retrace my steps and we'll see how quickly we can get back to the car park. So I stopped for 20 minutes there, 10 o'clock now, heading back down. The main path goes up through the rocks here. I'm just going to have a look at going along the side here. Let's see if I can just cut back onto the path without going up and down this little top. So when you get back to this rocky section, just going to go up to the right, similar direction to where she is just now, maybe slightly left of her position, and then contour round the hillside. So just contour round to the left and then bend to the right. And I just want to be on the ridge just over there. Descends slightly, there's a little rocky crop. That little rocky crop there, aiming for just a little bit below that. Once you get over round the corner there, I should see the sheep track quite well as long as I'm above it. I can clearly see the path ahead where those sheep are. And I think it's just there, just below me. It is a bit fainter at this point. So I'm going to go down a little bit and then along the path. Come out just slightly further up than when I left the path on the way out. You can just come round the rocks here. As with the start of the path, it's a bit faded near the end coming this way, but it's easy enough and definitely easier than going up and over Ben Lars. You can see the path ahead, so we're just going to go down to the right, just follow that round Ben Glass again. On the home straight now, just got to keep going downhill, following the path through the woods, and I think I can see the car park. You can see the glistening of the cars. just under 4 hours since I left the car park. If I get back in 25 minutes, that'll make around 4 hours of walking time. You see the Ptarmigan Ridge over there. It's a nice gentle breeze. It's a lovely day for a walk. Four hours and 15 minutes walking time back at the car park. A nice short walk for a change. Hope you've enjoyed the video. As always, look forward to showing you more next week. Bye for now. And at 11:45 the car park is pretty much full. There's a couple of odd spaces. A car just left as I was approaching, but pretty full.